Halle Berry's evolution has quietly rewritten the rules of longevity in the public eye. She no longer occupies space as a symbol frozen in time or a reminder of past acclaim. Instead, she moves forward with a sense of authorship, shaping her life with discernment rather than reaction. In a culture driven by constant reinvention for approval, Halle's relevance comes from something rarer: alignment. She isn't chasing attention or preserving a version of herself. She is inhabiting the present fully, with intention and clarity. Her relationship with her body reflects that same philosophy. Physical movement is not a means to sculpt an image, but a language through which she stays connected to herself. Fitness for Halle is experiential. It serves function, longevity, and trust. Her routines are intentionally varied, not for novelty, but for balance. Strength training maintains power. Mobility work protects freedom. Practices like boxing sharpen focus and timing, demanding mental presence as much as physical effort. Boxing, in particular, mirrors how she approaches life: precise, controlled, and purposeful. There is no wasted energy, no excess force. The body is trained to respond, not react. Nutrition follows the same principle of usefulness over ideology. Halle does not treat food as a reward or restriction. She treats it as communication. Influenced by ketogenic frameworks, her diet emphasizes stability, steady energy, clarity, and long-term metabolic support. She favors foods that sustain rather than stimulate, leaning towards simplicity and consistency. Hydration, nutrient density, and clean ingredients are prioritized, not for aesthetic goals, but for internal balance. Rather than adhering rigidly to trends, she adjusts based on how her body responds. This ongoing dialogue allows her wellness to remain fluid and adaptive instead of fixed. Where her approach becomes truly distinctive is in how she integrates mental health into the equation. Living with type 1 diabetes has required constant awareness, and Halle has transformed that vigilance into wisdom. Health, in her view, is not something achieved once and maintained passively. It is an active, evolving practice. She emphasizes the importance of rest, emotional regulation, and mental clarity as foundational elements of well-being. Meditation and recovery are not indulgences, they are structural supports. By honoring her inner state as much as her physical condition, she avoids depletion and sustains equilibrium. Confidence, as Halle embodies it today, is understated but unmistakable. It does not seek validation or dramatize itself. It emerges from consistency, years of observing what strengthens her and releasing what drains her. Aging is not framed as an adversary to overcome, but as evidence of refinement. Each stage adds texture rather than limitation. She continues to take on demanding roles, share insight, and remain present in the cultural conversation without oversaturation. Her authority is not performative. It is earned through lived experience. Halle Berry represents a quieter model of power. There is no urgency to prove, no fixation on extremes. Instead, there is rhythm and restraint. Strength deepens without hardening. Beauty becomes less visual and more cohesive. Confidence stabilizes when health is treated as a lifelong relationship rather than a destination. In this way, Halle stands as more than an icon. She becomes a reference point for intentional living, showing that vitality endures when rooted in self-knowledge, balance, and trust.